gang, welcome to the cottage. Feisty, fiery felines, how you doing? Welcome in, Team Leo. Let's see what's going on in your love life. This is for you if you have Leo as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placements. I am so glad you joined me today. Let's get an update on your love life. Team Leo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. By the way, Leo, I do offer personal readings. The link to book a personal reading with me is below this video, www.enchantedcottage333.com. That being said, Team Leo, let's get on with the reading. Let's see what's going on in the love life of the Leo Collective. It's almost your birthday, Leos. All right, let's take a look, birthday bunch, future birthday bunch, and see what's going on with your love life. Leo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Here we go, Team Leo. What's going on in your love life? One more shuffle, Leo, gang. Let's see what's up, Leo. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What's going on in your love life, Leo? Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up, Leo. Let's see. Here we go. Leo, King of Pentacles. Some of you might be dealing with someone with Earth in their chart. Six of Swords here in the reverse. 'Tis the season. Ace of Wands in reverse. I am seeing someone showing up here that you had some sort of a false start with in the past. Ace of Wands in reverse. It looks as though this person may have tried to move on. There could have been some energy around that, but not so successful doing so, with the Six of Swords here showing up in the reverse. Let's take a look. Some of you may have, like I said, been dealing with an earth sign or someone with earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody may be very business-oriented, very career-oriented, okay? You know, let's see here. Let's take a look. Tell me more about this. Something may have fizzled out, or you may feel like it's fizzling out with the Ace of Wands coming up in the reverse. Look at here, Leo. Four of Cups in the reverse. I feel like there's a person here that feels you slipping through their fingers. Okay, now it's making sense why this Ace of Wands is here in the reverse. There's a person that's hung up on you, Leo. The Six of Swords here in the reverse. Could have tried to move on, but not so much, okay? And I don't know if you guys, some of you Leos may still be with this person, all right? Others of you, this person has tried to move on and not been able to. And here's why. The Four of Cups in reverse. Kind of feeling like, Leo, that they, if you know, by losing, you know, if you guys split up, they would lose the best thing that would ever happen to them, or they could be worried that you've slipped through their fingers. There's something here about feeling, Leo, this person feeling like you have slipped through their fingers or are slipping through their fingers. And they may feel a little bit out of sorts, as though they don't really know what to do about it, or that it may be beyond their control. Somebody's holding on to you, energetically at least, despite feeling like you're slipping away. They may feel like you've lost interest in them, you've lost attraction in them, maybe with the Ace of Wands here in the reverse. Let's see. Tell me more. Give me more on this dynamic. Give me more on this dynamic. Page of Swords, Page of Cups in reverse. So they're watching you but not saying a lot. We have the watcher, not talker. Lots of watchy, no talky, right? Lots of watching you and not really saying much, or maybe not speaking up about something that's on their mind, something that's bothering them. They're watching you. They're trying to figure out what you're doing. Whether you've got, again, let's go back to this. They feel like you're slipping right through their fingers, and they feel like there's not a lot they can say or do, or that they shouldn't say or do anything toward you. Why is that? They feel Queen of Swords in reverse. They may feel like you're mad at them. They may be thinking Three of Swords in reverse, Ten of Swords. God, this person feels like you are so done with them. They feel like this thing is over. They may feel like you've got somebody else. The Three of Swords is here in the reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse. They may feel like that There's some anger issues here from you towards them that may be their perception here. Yeah, Knight of Wands in reverse. Something about player energy. Something about player energy here with the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Chariot. Nonetheless, they want to overcome whatever this is, Leo. If they've been a player, they want to do better. If they feel like you've played them, there's this big fat energy here with the Chariot card of wanting to just push through this and overcome this challenge issue. But yet, okay, let me remind you, Leo, this person came up as the King of Pentacles in the upright. Male or female, I don't give a damn. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They're like, Leo and I are not on the same page. I want to overcome this. I want to work through this. I'm not sure Leo does. I may have really lost Leo's interest, attention. They may not be attracted to me. They may not feel attracted to me anymore. Why is the Devil in reverse? I feel like you're moving to something new. The Ace of Pentacles. This person feels like you got a new boo thing. That's their perception. I don't know if they're right or not, Leo. That's their perception. Oh my God. Six of Cups in reverse. Leo, this person feels like you're sick of something or you're just over it. You don't want to look back. And they're in this energy of saying, Leo's my person. Leo's my person. They're kind of in this energy for some reason. Why is the Five of Cups here in reverse? They feel like you don't even worry about this anymore. Yeah, they do. They feel like this is the farthest thing from your mind. This person does not want to bring this up and talk about it. So I get their modus operandi, Leo, may be just coming towards you with some sort of romantic gesture with the Knight of Cups. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. I want to see how you feel about them. Can we do that, Leo? Can we take a peek at how you feel about them? They feel like this is just, they've lost traction with you. They've lost control of the entire situation. And in this point, they're kind of grasping at straws of what to do. Okay. So now they're in this Knight of Cups energy of maybe if I just make some sort of romantic gesture, ask Leo on a date, take something to Leo or send Leo flowers or whatever, DoorDash, whatever, right? How do you feel about this, Leo? How do you feel about this thing, Leo? They are desperately seeking answers. How do you feel? How do you feel? What's your take on this thing? What's your take on this thing, Leo? How do you feel about it? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what's your take on the thing? How do you feel? How do you feel, Leo? How does Leo feel about it? How do you feel about it, Leo? How do you feel about this whole thing? Are they right? Are you into them, or have you moved on? Do you have a boo thing? Do you have someone new? They're worried about a third party. I'm going to tell you that, Leo, right now. They absolutely are. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting, dear Leo? What we have here is a mirror. You're afraid you've lost them. Four of Cups in reverse. Both of you are worried you've lost each other. Wow. Hangman. Okay. That's you. Oh, wow. You're very reflective and introspective about this thing. Hangman. Maybe I should do things differently. You're taking a step back because you feel like you're losing this person. And you're in this energy of, I need to take a step back from this. And you feel like with this Six of Cups in reverse, you're in this energy of you're acknowledging there's a lot of water under this bridge. And it's not all pretty, okay? We got some history. And you probably got some good history or else we wouldn't be having this conversation. But you got some history here between you two. You may be taking a step back going, is there something I can do differently or should have done differently? And that could be anything. Does that mean that you think you weren't good enough? No. It could mean, Leo, that maybe you're looking at this thing going, I ignored some red flags to begin with and that was my issue. Or maybe I could have approached things differently in the connection. But you're definitely second-guessing some decisions here. You're definitely second-guessing some decisions you've made and wondering if you could, should have, yeah. Ooh, Seven of Swords here. What that tells me is one of two things. If you're a Leo watching this, you're wondering if you ignored some red flags that you saw. If you're, that could be where you are. You could also be in this energy of feeling like the way I conducted myself was not in a trustworthy way. That could go either way with what I'm seeing here. And that could be reversed. We could be talking to cross watchers right now, but there is some consideration going on by one of you here, okay? And it is one of two things. And you take whichever one of these applies to your situation. I think for some of you, this is going to be this one. I ignored some red flags and I blew through them anyway. Or some of you, it's going to be this. I conducted myself in a way that was not trustworthy, and I feel like that the other person in this dynamic has a bad taste in their mouth, bad blood between us, muddy waters, right? I think one of you is thinking that, one of you is thinking you did red flags, and that could go either way. And you could even be both. I'm going to be real with you. You could be in both of those places. That is, that is certainly understandable that you could be in both. So a lot of introspection on your side, and I think theirs, if I'm being real honest. I think you guys are absolutely mirroring each other, no doubt about it. Both of you are like, is this, over? Let me get their next action toward you, Leo. Give me this person's next action toward Leo. We have the Seven of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. This person is very tentative, very guarded, weighing their options. They're on the fence about what to do. That's where they are. Tell me more about their next action. They're a little bit guarded, a little bit guarded. They've got some boundaries up, Leo, or some walls won with that Seven of Wands here. They may be feeling a little bit protective of their heart, or a lot protective of their heart. And really feeling, this person feels like they want to know more before they make a decision. That's where they are right now. Where does this go? What do they ultimately do? What do they ultimately do? I think this person and you are kind of similar in that both of you, nobody wants to make a rash decision in this thing. You or them. Right? Nobody wants to really make a rash decision. Ultimately, what's their next action? Ultimately, what's their next action toward Leo, please? What's their next action toward Team Leo? Leo, why the drama? Why is this person? It's like, I get communication from this person, okay? But I get that it's combative. Now, that Seven of Wands, and then we got the Five of Wands, that's conflict. There's something here that's triggered within this person, all right? There's a button that's been pushed that can't be unpushed, all right, in their mind. So I see this combative energy. Why is the Four of Pentacles here in their communication? What are they holding back? What are they not? They're guarded as hell. Okay, there's what it is, the Five of Pentacles. They actually want this to work out. They actually want this to work out. That's their intention. But it seems as though this person has a bone to pick with you. They have an issue that they have taken issue with something here. Or either they feel like you've got a bone to pick with them. Maybe it could be either way. But I see them coming out swinging. I'm not even going to lie. And maybe that makes sense to you. All right, maybe they're combative, or maybe they feel like you're combative and they're just on guard, kind of sitting here on the ready. But they've got their hackles up, and I think honestly they feel like you do, and maybe you do because you've mirrored each other and everything else. Why not that too, right? Gets so interesting, and here's what I want to do, Leo. I want to go over to Patreon, and I want to dissect this thing, and I want to see a little bit more about what's going on. I want to know what the long-term energies are between you two. And, of course, we are going to do the All Signs Cross Watcher on there. So, Leo, join me over there. Let's talk about it. Let's dig deep. Let's get you some real details and some advice of how to navigate this thing going forward. Thanks so much for tuning in, Team Leo, and we'll see you on Patreon. The link is below this video.